Hi guys, it's Fernanda. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I will be doing the teacher tag. And I know it's a little bit weird for me to be doing this right now because I haven't started my first year of teaching yet. I start this August, but I thought it would be fun to do this now before I start teaching, and then also do it again once I finish my first year of teaching to kind of see if my answers change or how they change. So the teacher tag has 10 questions. I have them all on my phone, so let's get right to it. So the first question is, how long have you been teaching? What grades have you taught? Tell us a little bit about your background, so education, internship, and all those good things. So like I said, I will start my first year of teaching this fall. I will be teaching kindergarten, and I'm super excited. That is like my dream grade, and I can't believe that I actually got it. So a little bit about my background. I worked at an after-school program for 3 years, and that gave me a little bit of teaching experience because I was responsible for teaching positive action lessons to my class at least once a week. Positive action was a curriculum that we used that is very similar to character counts, or not very similar actually, but it's kind of along the same lines. So it focuses on self-esteem, being nice to others, responsibility, and all that stuff. So I know that's super different from actual teaching because I only had to prepare for one lesson a week, and now have to do a lesson for every single day. But that's kind of how I got started. Then while working at that after-school program, I got the opportunity to teach summer school my very first year there. So I was able to get my own class. I had about 15 or 17 students, so I had a lot of students compared to everybody else. And I was a lead teacher. I did have a TA, and my TA happened to be my best friend, so that ended up being super fun. And I feel like I learned a lot because it was the first time I had a whole class to myself where I would actually teach like math and reading and writing and all that stuff. So I taught summer school, and then I also taught summer school for the next 2 years after that. My second year I taught 7th and 8th graders, so it's a combo class. I only had about 5 kids, so it wasn't too bad, but it was a completely different experience from the summer before because kindergarten and then middle schoolers, completely different. And then I also just finished teaching summer school this summer. I vlogged a little bit of it. This summer it was a little bit more laid back than the past 2 summers, but nonetheless I had a lot of fun. So now let's move on to other experiences I've had through my College of Education program. So I did 30 hours in a 3rd grade classroom to get into the program. Then I did 30 additional hours once I was in the program in a 4th grade classroom at a Title I school. Then I did 2nd grade for my first practicum, and then I did 4th grade for my second practicum, and then I student taught in 1st grade. Also, I don't know if this is even relevant, but yeah, I graduated with my bachelor's degree in elementary education, and I'm working on getting my early childhood endorsement. So question number 2 is, what grade do you currently teach and where do you teach? So I already mentioned it earlier in the video. I will be teaching kindergarten, and I teach in Arizona. Question number 3 is, what is your school mascot? And we are owls. How many students are in your class this year? And I do not know yet. I don't have my class list just yet, and I think I'm going to get it later in July. But from what I've heard, it's going to be anywhere from 18 to 22 students. Question number 5 is, what is your ideal class size? And I feel like my ideal class size would be maybe 20 or 18. And I know those numbers are super low. I've been in classes where there's been like 27 or 30, 25, but having 20 students would be ideal for me because it's an even number and it's like also a lower number, and I feel like that'd be most ideal for me, especially going in as a first year teacher. I have a friend that graduated with me that is gonna have 29, I think, and she was actually gonna have more, but her principal cut back on her students because she was a first year teacher. I think she was going to have about 33 or 34, which is insane to me. And that would be 4th grade, by the way, but I'm teaching kindergarten, and because of that, I feel like the lower the number, the better. I don't know. And question number 6 is, what is your favorite drink at Starbucks? And I actually don't go there very often, but I started going there a little bit more often than I used to. One of the reasons I don't go there that often is because it's expensive. But when I do go there, I do like to get the mango black tea lemonade, and I also like to get a classic chai latte. Either hot or cold, it doesn't really matter, but I love the chai lattes from there. Question number 7 is, what is your favorite online resource? I really like Go Noodle. I know like a lot of teachers that I've seen do this tag say that, but I really do like it. I think it's great for brain breaks or when you have to have indoor recess. It is fantastic. I love the roller coaster one in the Wobbly Men video, especially the Wobbly Men video, because I love when it says like, and now your teacher get wobbly, and all the students just look back at you, and like I always go like, you know. So I really like that, and the kids love it. So I love Go Noodle. I also really like Class Dojo. I don't know if that applies as an online resource. I don't see why not, but I think it's a great tool to communicate with parents, especially because I don't think I'll be doing a behavior chart. I think I'm gonna try to do Class Dojo and see how that goes. I also like RAS Kids, which is like reading A to Z. It's like a reading program where kids read books, and I saw it in first grade, so the application or the website would read the book to the kid if they couldn't read it, and they would have questions at the end, and for those questions they would get points which they could use to build a robot or stuff like that, and the kids loved it. Oh, and then I also really like Teachers Pay Teachers, of course, because who doesn't? One more that I really like, I can't believe I almost forgot, I love Kahoot. Kahoot is a very fun way to review material. I used to use this with my 6th and 7th graders all the time. They loved it. Especially with positive action. They hated positive action, but if I did it with Kahoot, they loved it. So you can make quizzes, and if you have like one-to-one iPads, it's perfect to do. If not, you can probably just divide the kids up into groups and maybe share iPads if you have iPads, and if not, I'm sure you can find a way. But you make quizzes, and they are like on and you project them, and whoever answers faster and answers it the right way, they get higher, and you see a leaderboard, and it's so much fun. So I love Kahoot. Question number 8 is describe your perfect classroom, and my perfect classroom will have a ton of natural light. I love natural light. Thankfully, my classroom is going to be filled with natural light because I have a wall that's all windows with the exception of the door. So I'm super happy about that. My ideal classroom would also be organized. Something else that I would love in my classroom is to have a big classroom library where kids can look at books. So I would want to have a large variety of books. My ideal classroom would also have a smartboard, and it would, which I do have, which I'm super excited. And I would also have iPads or some kind of tablet. Oh, and also flexible seating. I kind of want to try flexible seating, but I'm a little bit scared, especially my first year teaching, and I don't know how to implement it with kindergartners. I did buy, let me see if I can get one, sorry. I did buy these lap desks at Michael's not too long ago. I think I showed them in my blog actually, and I'm hoping to use those as a flexible seating option when doing centers. So I think I bought 7 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, I bought 6 of them. And yeah, hopefully that's a good start for flexible seating. But my ideal classroom would have lap desks, wobble stools, yoga balls, you name it, I would probably have it. There's also a bonus question to question number 7, which is, can you describe your perfect school? My perfect school would be a school where there's strong parent involvement, and would also be a school where all teachers get along. I know it's super like cliche, but I feel like that would be a great environment to work in if there is like high parent involvement and like teachers supporting each other as well as administration. Question number 9 is, what is your favorite and least favorite part about teaching? So I haven't really been teaching, so I don't know how to answer this, but my favorite part about teaching, at least for my student teaching experience, is how creative you can be. Especially when whatever creativity you put into a lesson just kind of enhances like student engagement. I also like getting to know my students. I love forming relationships with them and getting to know them and seeing them grow throughout the year. I guess my least favorite part about teaching would be how it's largely misunderstood by some people that are not in the profession. So I've come across a lot of people that kind of think it's an easy job, and I really don't think it is. I guess what I'm trying to say is sometimes other people look down on teachers, and I think that really sucks, and that's the sucky thing about teaching. And last question is, what is some advice that you would give to a beginning teacher, someone who is thinking about going into teaching or someone who is already in teaching? I feel like I'm not in the position to answer this question, but I'll try anyway. So my advice to someone who is a beginning teacher is to find a mentor. Luckily, my school district does provide you with a mentor if you're a first-year teacher, so I think that'd be really, really helpful. I would also say to find something to do that makes you happy. So for example, for me, it would be going to the gym. Even though I haven't gone to the gym in forever, I am part of this gym. I am part of a really, really great gym with really, really great people. So finding something away from school that has nothing to do with teaching that you enjoy, I feel like that is really, really great. My mentor teacher, when I was student teaching, she actually told me this, so I totally believe her. My advice for someone that is thinking about going into teaching is to make sure you go into classrooms as early as you can. And the reason for this is just to make sure that that is something that you really want to do. And then my advice, I guess, for someone who is already teaching is to keep an open mind. So that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, please give this video a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments below what is your favorite part about teaching, because I would love to know. Also, if you're not subscribed to my channel already, please do so. I put out videos every week, and yeah, you don't want to miss them, right? So yep, I guess I will see you guys next week.